Please go ahead and retry this question before watching the video. For this one, you need to know if a word ends in ing, what part of speech is it most likely? If you don't know the answer to that, please go ahead and add it to your cheat sheet, master it, and go back 5. And the answer is a participle. And that's important for this question because the ACT loves to add participial phrases to clauses to make them more complex. And if you have a participial phrase, it needs to have a comma in front of it almost always. So let's take a look at this now. This is more of a preposition question than anything else, but there are several things that are wrong with many of these answers. And if you find anything wrong with any of the answers, you can eliminate that answer. And that's how we recommend approaching questions is looking to eliminate wrong answers instead of looking for the right answer. If you find anything wrong with the answer, the entire answer is wrong. So let's read these answers and determine what we can eliminate. From the time he was 15, Bentley used a microscope and examining snowflakes during snowfalls. So you can probably hear this doesn't sound right off the bat. We can go in depth as to why it doesn't sound right. There's obviously something wrong with it that makes it not sound right. And for the time being, we're just not going to eliminate it because we might not be able to name exactly what's wrong. It just doesn't sound right. Answer G. Bentley used a microscope examining snowflakes during snowfalls and finding seemingly infinite variations of their basic six-cornered structures. So again, Bentley used a microscope to examine would be the way that we would normally say this. So this is idiomatically wrong because it's not the way we would normally say it. And we know that it's a preposition idiom question because the prepositions are changing from answer to answer. F and G do not have a preposition. H and J have the preposition to, and therefore we're almost certainly dealing with a preposition question. So we can go ahead and eliminate F and G because they do not use the normal method that we would say this phrase. So now we're left with H and J, which both properly say to examine. Bentley used a microscope to examine snowflakes during snowfalls and finding seemingly infinite variations of their basic six-cornered structure. And so that might sound right, might not sound right to you, depending on how much reading you do. But even if you didn't recognize that it sounded right or didn't sound right, we have a participle. Finding is an ing ending word, and therefore we can know we're probably dealing with a participial phrase, and therefore we know it needs to start with a comma. And so that's going to leave us with answer J as the correct answer. And this is going to be a theme that you see again and again on the ACT of starting these participial phrases to make clauses and more complex, make sentences more complex. And so you just need to know that if you see them, you start them with a comma. Please go ahead and add this question to your worksheet, master it, and go back 5. And go to the other preposition idiom questions that you missed before you try to do the other questions from the other categories that you have missed.